Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I know that I do not say thank you nearly enough. I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I know that there are a million other channels on YouTube that you could be watching, and the fact that you take any time out of your day to watch mine, I just want you to know how special that is to me. It absolutely means the world to me, and I just wanted to say thank you. Like I said, I know that I don't say it nearly enough, and I'm just glad that you are here with me today. In today's video, we'll be talking about and looking at some of the products from the new Thor Ulta collaboration collection. This is the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder. The trailers for the movie look absolutely amazing. If you have not watched the trailer, go to YouTube, Thor Love and Thunder, look it up. You will, it's absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait until the movie comes out. If you have been following me for any period of time, then you know how much I love Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan. We have Thor right here, so I'm very, very excited about this one. I do have the Black Widow collaboration collection. I did own the one from WandaVision, but that entire collection was just, it was a disappointment. Was not done very well. I do still have the eyeliner, the eye stamp, and the liquid lipstick, but as far as the palettes, the whole collection, I am decluttered. This one, though, I was very excited about. I thought that it was very clever. I thought that it was really cute. I didn't pick up all the pieces. I just picked up the ones that just kind of stood out to me. The first thing we have is the Thor Love and Thunder palette. This is the Be Worthy palette. There are 16 shades in here. This is what it looks like. You have Mjolnir, you have the original, and then you have the new one. This one is now for Jane Foster, and this one is for, you know, our original Thor. What I love about this palette is that it breaks apart in the middle, so it's magnetic. I just thought that's like super, super cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do two different looks, one with the first half and then the second look with the other half. So this is what it looks like. You have Thor, and then you have Jane Foster. And I'm really, really excited about this. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. I have been so excited about this one. I also picked up the Love and Thunder highlighter palette. This is the 3-piece Peach Glow highlighting palette. The shades are Bifrost, Asgardian Glory, and Destined. That is what they are looking like. I have to say they're not the smoothest formula, although I have found Ulta's highlighter formula. It's not really that smooth. It's not really, you know, that creamy. But we'll see what it looks like when we put it to our face. The last thing that I picked up is one of the eye trios. There is an eyeshadow stick, a gel liner, and one face stamp. And the face stamp is a black heart. This one is the Heart of Asgard. There are 3 kits all together, but I was thinking there was only one. I don't think I remember seeing the other two when I made my order. Like I just did notice. I was thinking this was the only kit. But there is like a purple in here. It looks like there's a black, and then we have the gel liner. One of the reasons I picked this up because, as you guys know, I've been trying to find replacements for my ColourPop ones, so I'm hoping that this one will work for me. There aren't any blushes with this collection, so let's just go ahead and jump into putting on a highlighter. The shade we're going to go with is Destined, which is the most peachy shade in this collection. Everything that's on my face right now will be down in my description box below. Most of it is from my Shop My Stash and my makeup rotation. This blush is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Trio Blush. The shade is Peach Love. I got this from TJ Maxx a couple of years ago. Just thought it was so pretty, and I love orangey shades, but this does not perform the way it did when I first bought it, so it's probably going to end up in a declutter pile, which I hate because it's so pretty. Alright, it's there. I'm not really getting much shine, not much wetness. It just looks kind of dull. It looks a little bit flat. Add a little bit more. Built up, it does look a little bit better, but yeah, not the best formula. But like I said, I've never really been impressed with the Ulta highlighter formula. Now for our Love and Thunder eyeshadow palette, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 different looks. So there's going to be 2 parts of this video. The first part is going to be focused on Mjolnir number 1, and then the second one, Mjolnir number 2. So this is the one that we're going to do today. The color story in this one, you have a lot of kind of cool toned blues in here. There's a yellow. I'm hoping that's going to be super pigmented. We have kind of a chocolate black here, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. In this half of the palette, you have 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. And in the other half of the palette, this one has 5 mattes and 3 shimmers. And this one is more of a peachy coral, a little bit of berry tones going on. So we're going to be using this palette in our second look. I'm going to go ahead and live swatch this palette real quick. I'm going to do the same thing with the second palette in the second look. Very creamy. Like that actually looks pretty pigmented. That shade is Shocking. So this is our first row. We have Shocking, Thunder, and then the one that you can barely see because it kind of blends into my skin tone, this is Protector of the Cosmos. On our second row, we have Starstruck, Hero's Journey, and She's Wrong. And the last two shades are Divine Chaos and Stormbreaker. I just realized that I've been calling this one Mjolnir number 2. This is actually Stormbreaker, not Mjolnir number 2. And I call myself a Marvel fan. Well, I am definitely wanting to jump into this yellow, so that's the first thing that we're going to lay on our lids. Once again, that shade is Shocking, and hopefully it will be a bright, shocking shade on my eyelid. I'm always on the lookout for a really pretty, brilliant yellow. It's a little patchy, but it is decently pigmented. Not the most pigmented yellow I've ever used, but it is building, so that's always a good thing. I'm just going to kind of focus it just below the brow bone. So are you guys excited to see the new Thor film? Have you seen all the rest of the films in the franchise? I have seen every single one of the movies. I have watched every single one of the Marvel series. Moon Knight, which was the latest Marvel series on Disney Plus, was freaking amazing. I'm hoping that there's going to be a season 2. We just need to give Oscar Isaac all the awards. He did such an incredible job in that role. So I'm going to take Protector of the Cosmos. We're going to lay that into my crease, and I'm just going to use, this is the Blend Bunny 1. You have not noticed my Blend Bunny brushes have become my absolute favorites. Just want to kind of focus this in the crease, just to add a little more depth. These mattes are not the absolute best, but they're performing decently enough. You know, let's be real. I bought this collection mainly for the actual theming because I'm a Marvel fan and I love Thor. I didn't necessarily get it for the formula, just so we're clear. And I'm going to take Stormbreaker and just kind of lay that on the outer corner just to give it a little bit more of a smoky effect, and then we're going to start diving into the shimmers. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. It's pretty pigmented. I'm just kind of focusing it in this area right here. And I'm just going to softly blend it into the crease. I mainly want that focus in the outer corner, right in that area. It's a little bit patchy, so what I'm trying to do is pack it right here. I'm having a harder time getting it right into that area. I don't know if you can see. So I'm trying to pack it right there and then blend it in. I'm really just kind of doing a soft diffusing. I don't want to blend it too much. I don't want it to be over blended. I am getting some fallout right here. I think that's where I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other lid, and then we will come back and do our shimmers. I'm going to take Space Viking right here, which is the deepest metallic blue. I'm going to lay that on the outer corner. Seems pretty pigmented. I am going to wet my brush using my Bolero face spray. I want to focus this on the outer part of the lid where the deepest, darkest shadow is. It's pigmented. It's not super shiny or super metallic, but it is pigmented. It's actually a pretty shade. It's a very deep kind of indigo royal blue. I'm going to kind of put that at an angle here. I like my shimmers to go at an angle so that they're not just like up and down. I'm taking just a little bit more Stormbreaker on this outer corner. Kind of blend these shades together. All right, I don't know what's going on, but it is, the deeper shade is lifting right there. You can see that. I don't know why it is doing that. I've primed my eyelids as well, so I don't know what's going on there. That's a little disappointing. All right, I'm just going to have to try to fix that later. Let's go ahead and move into our second shimmer. Use the angle end of this double-sided BH Cosmetics brush, and I want to go into, what is this shade? Hero's Journey, which is this green, and kind of put that towards the inner part of the eye. I will tell you right now that the shimmers are performing better than the mattes. These are performing pretty similar to the ones that were in the WandaVision collaboration collection. Hated that formula, and this is very similar to that. Like, look at that. Let me wet this because it's just dry. It's not doing it. It's not doing a darn thing. The ones in the Black Widow collection, you guys, those were beautiful. The shimmers, the mattes, everything about that palette was gorgeous. This one, it's pretty patchy. I'm not happy about the formula. Packaging is great. Formula, I'm not too thrilled about. I'm going to take Starstruck. And we're just going to put that in the inner corner. Finish off these shadows. Wow. We're not getting anything from that. There is no payoff whatsoever happening there. Wow. Barely anything. So I have tried to fix this deeper shadow. What I did was I took a little bit more eyeshadow primer and I just put it right there and then just packed shadow on over it. It's helped a little bit, but yeah, it's still pretty patchy. So now we're going to dive into our liners. I'm going to take the liner stick, or the eyeshadow stick, which is called Mythological Amethyst. I'm going to lay this along my lower lash line. Oh, it's pretty creamy. Oh, and it does twist up, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to take Electric Aura Lilac. That is the liner. I'm going to put that in my lower waterline. Oh, that is super creamy and metallic. That's pretty. Oh, yeah, that is nice. I don't have any issues with that at all. That's pretty. And then we have the face stamp. That is what that is looking like. Do I want to put anything on here? I think I'm going to put maybe one here just to kind of test this out. Make sure that we're facing the right direction, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, it's pretty good. I did get a little bit outside the line right there. We're going to fix that a little bit. It's actually pretty cute. All right, so that's all the products that I have in front of me. I'm gonna go off camera, throw on my wing, lashes, something on my lips, and then we'll come back and see the final look all put together. One more time, I'm using the Iconic Light lashes from the House of Lashes. I think I have maybe a few more uses out of these, and then I'll have to toss them. I'm also once again using my Hard Candy Marilyn Monroe liner. For my lip combination, I'm using In Crimson. This is from Ruby Kisses. It's one of their lip liners. I just picked this up from my local Korean beauty supply store. And my lips, this is the Meet Matte Hughes liquid lipstick from the Balm. The shade is in Honest. This is still available on their website, so you can pick that up. It will be linked down in the description box below. This is our first look complete. I did have a little difficulty with these mattes. Even though I laid some extra primer here and kind of packed that shade on top, it is still looking pretty patchy. It was a little scary there. But this is our first look. Let's dive into the second look, and we're gonna put something together with the second half of this really cool Love and Thunder eyeshadow palette. I am getting ready for work, so let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into live swatching. This is the Mighty Thor half of the palette that we're going to be working with. This one has more berries in it. There are a couple of tones here that are a little more on the peachy side, but everything else is pretty much kind of berry pinks. I'm mainly going to focus in here, but let's go ahead and live swatch real quick, guys, so you can go ahead and see what these shades look like in a swatch. So we have the first two shades on the top, Truth Revealed, this one, and Worthy. So we have the second row, Vibrancy, Electrified, and Assembled. There's a really pretty color story right there. And then our last row, we have Goddess, Mighty, and Love. This shade right here was so freaking super creamy when I swatched it. I've already primed my eyelids. I'm using the same primer from the first video. Pretty much everything is the same. It'll be down in the description box below. Blush is also the same as the first look. The highliner that I chose today is by Frosted, which is this one right here. That one had more of a frostier kind of a look to it with a slight pink, so that's the reason why I went ahead and chose that one for this look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fluffy brush. This is part of a magnetic set that my daughter got me for Christmas, and I'm going to dive into Electrify, which is this. It's orange, but it's more like an orange pink, if that makes any sense, more coral. Let me go ahead and just kind of lay that all over my lid. That's going to kind of be my base color, the transition shade. Oh, that is pretty. You know, I really liked the blues and stuff in the first palette, but I think overall, I think I like the color story in this half of the palette a little bit more. Yeah, that's definitely got a little bit more coral pink in it than it is peachy. I was thinking that this side was a little more on the peachier side, but no, it's definitely more on that coral pink berry kind of side. I'm going to take the same brush, I'm going to go into Assembled. I'm just going to lay that more so into the crease just to add a little bit more depth. So right up in here, this one is a little more berry, kind of a more brick reddish undertone. Magenta, kind of a magenta brick red, if that makes any sense. These are blending really beautifully. Not the best matte for me in the world, but I'm not having, a really difficult time working with them or anything. I'm going to take this pointy brush from Shop Miss A. This is from the AOA brand, and we're going to go into Mighty, which is kind of this deep burgundy here, and we're going to put that on the outer corner, and that's going to be it for our matte. So I think I'm going to take that shade down my lower lash line as well. Oh, that is definitely so much better than that chocolate blackish brown that was in the first palette. That just would not build up for anything. Oh my god, that shade was awful. This shade, not having any problem at all. It's packing on. The pigment is really pretty. You see I'm blending it, and it's not blending away. I swear that darker shade in that first half of the palette was just, I don't even know what to say about it. Could not get it to stay on the lid. This one though is blending beautifully. Taking that same shade on this pointier pencil brush. This is also from that same little magnetic set. I just want to keep it close to the lash line as much as possible. Connected with the shade on the top lid. Pretty. I'm going to take this flat shaded brush. This is also part of that magnetic set. And we're going to go into Goddess. Like I said, this shade was so super creamy when I blend it. And I am going to wet my brush using my Bolero spray once again. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, now that's a super shiny, wet looking shimmer. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I am not having the issues with this half of the palette that I was having with the other half. To finish off this look, we're taking Blend Bunny 4 and we're going to go into Truth Revealer, the very, very top pinky shade right there. That's going to go in the inner corner. And I'm also going to take it down just a little bit into the lower lash line. Swirling that in the inner corner. It's not as super bright looking as the first shade, as that first shimmer was. I did wet the brush with that one. I'm not going to bother with this one. Just want to slowly blend it into our lower lash line. Alright, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to throw on liner, some lips. I'm not going to do lashes today. I'm just going to throw on some mascara. This is from Item Beauty. This is the Lash Black Strengthening Mascara. This is the Addison Rae brand. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to give this a try today. It's lengthening. We're going to see how long my lashes get using this one. And then we'll come back, do some final thoughts, and just kind of wrap everything up. You guys, this mascara is absolutely amazing. It's not giving me like a whole lot of volume, but it's definitely giving me length. My lashes are like looking super, super long. It has this kind of a cone-shaped brush. It's a little bit smaller. It's smaller on the top, and then it's like bigger around the base, and then the brush length itself is kind of small. This really got into the base. It really helped to separate my lashes. I'm liking this. I'm definitely going to have to play around with this some more. All right, now the collection. The pieces that I got, I really did enjoy. You know, like I said, I got this because of the actual theming. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm wearing my Captain Marvel shirt today. By the way, Miss Marvel premiered yesterday, June 8th on Disney+. It is absolutely amazing. Run over there, check it out. My daughter does a Miss Marvel cosplay costume, and the next time we go to a con, together as a family, she's definitely going to be wearing it. Definitely check it out. Absolutely amazing. But we're talking about the Thor Love and Thunder collection. This palette is it's just really clever. The fact that it's magnetic and it breaks apart. You have the two sides. You have Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. You have the original Chris Hemsworth Thor, and then you have, Jane Foster here. I mean, this is amazing. I cannot wait for the movie to come out. As far as the color story, I loved the color story in this one, but I felt like the formula blended and worked so much better on this side than it did on that side. Almost like it wasn't quite the same. I don't know, but as a whole, I really didn't love the palette. I think the theming is I just love it. The highlighter, same thing. Theming, super cute. Formula, not my favorite. I think it could be better, but, once again, I didn't buy this for the formula. I bought it, for the packaging. I really liked the eye trio, though. The little heart stamp. It's really, really cute. I'm going to add this to the rest of my stamps. The shadow stick was really creamy. I put it under my lower lash line in the first look. It went on very, very smooth, and I really liked the cream gel liner as well. I think this is going to be a good addition to my cream gel liner collection, since I am, going to be doing a declutter soon and having to throw out a bunch of them because they're really super dry, which makes me sad, but that is where we're at. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel with getting the video into recommendations. If you're new to my channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe, and make sure to tap the notification bell so you get notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.